Alright guys, on today's video I will be talking about a phenomenon that has been taking place for the last couple of updates and which I think it's a part of a bigger trend, which by the way I don't think is making Asphalt Legends necessarily better, especially for those who haven't spent real money while playing it yet. Today I will be pointing at the strategies gameloft is implementing to give all of you guys less and less rewards without you necessarily knowing, as well as I will mention some things which represent how we have lost some things we used to have for free in the past and what today we no longer have for us to enjoy. With nothing else to add, let's dive straight on topic. I would really like to begin with multiplayer and its rewards. We all know that gameloft is famous for introducing really nice rewards on multiplayer and then slowly decreasing them as time goes on, but I really want you all guys to pay attention at how they recently decreased the amount of epic parts wildcards we were able to get from the end of the multiplayer season rewards. We used to be able to get at least a couple of epic wild parts once every season ended by basically ending within Legends League, and at the top positions obviously players could get up to 2 S-Class epic parts wildcards as well as 2 A-Class wildcards, but being completely honest with you all guys, those rewards made sense if we remember that most A and S-Class cards require well over 12 epic import parts to be completely golden, so it took an insane amount of effort and dedication, but the top 1 and top 10 provided a fairly decent payback. But since the last update, these rewards have been significantly reduced and now the best you can aim for is a single A-Class epic wildcard, and this is only if you end at the top 1 of the entire multiplayer leaderboard, which obviously is absolutely ridiculous. But what is the point of removing the S-Class epic wildcards from the multiplayer rewards and reducing so drastically the other amount of epic wildcards you can obtain from all the other milestones? Well, the answer is fairly straightforward. So more people will get tempted to purchase the Ultimate Pass on the current season. If you think about it, the Ultimate Pass offers you 5 of each of these epic wildcards along a bunch of other rewards, but now that these epic wildcards are far more scarce, this Ultimate Pass offers a much better value by providing you with so many of these epic wildcards. However, I am quite certain that this Ultimate Pass epic wildcard frenzy will come to an end soon, since I expect gameloft to reduce the total amount of epic wildcards within this seasonal pass sooner than you might think, just like it happened on Asphalt 8 with the Season Pass. To give you a bit of context about it, when the Season Pass was introduced for the first time ever into Asphalt 8, it included 2 ultimate upgrades, which allow you to instantly upgrade to their max level any car you own in your garage. Well, guess what happened? Gameloft thought that this was way too generous and they completely removed the ultimate upgrades from the Season Pass for over an entire year, after which they introduced them back once they realized that barely anyone was purchasing the Season Pass. I legit have no idea about how many of you guys who are watching this video actually got the new $50 Ultimate Pass on Asphalt Legends, but I know some people who got it aside from myself, and I seriously doubt they will get it if it included less epic wildcards, to be honest. I have a slight hope that these game developers took notes from what happened in other games and they will not reduce the amount of epic wildcards included on the Ultimate Pass like they did on the multiplayer rewards. But yeah, if you think about it, the history of Asphalt Legends is one where gameloft introduced something really nice just to slowly shave the good things off bit by bit in order to not to give too much to the players. Just like it happened when they hit a huge amount of the tokens you could get from multiplayer milestones by introducing the multiplayer pass, or just like when they introduced the Spotlight Pass when they realized the Spotlight special event format was way too generous, and the only way to get rid of it was by turning the entire event into a special event with a pass attached to it. Or let's get real, just like they have done with the new style tokens thing. Guys, we were able to lock the customization options for our cars completely for free, just by playing with these cards, and now the only way to customize the new cars is by purchasing the customization options with these tokens that, guess what? Yeah, you can get like 20 by playing the game, and then boom! The easier way of getting a bunch of style tokens to actually customize more than one car cost you 7 whole bags the first bundle. But hey, wait, because if you run out of these tokens, you can get even more by $20. Come on guys, this doesn't even make sense. They are looking at your face while they say that these tokens are better because you can customize your cards more easily without telling you that you have to pay if you want to customize more cards, because there is no human way of obtaining all the damn style tokens you could need for free. We lost it, guys. We have just lost in front of our eyes the action of being able to customize our cards, and there is absolutely nothing we can do other than asking Gameloft to actually implement this feature in a way that we can get more free coins to do something we used to be able to do just by playing the game with our cards. I know I sound mad, but aren't you seeing what I am seeing, guys? This is really bad, this is not good, and I get that this entire thing of the style tokens was widely promoted as something good for the game, and I am not saying that the feature itself is bad. I am just saying that it got implemented as a blatant way of taking away something we used to have for free on this game, and now they are just trying to charge us real money for this. Come on Gameloft, at least could have introduced more free ways of obtaining these style tokens rather than doing it this way. It's straight up preposterous. It feels like a bad joke. And talking about bad jokes, don't even get me started on the worst joke of them all. The new blueprints distribution to lock cards more easily while keeping the total amount of blueprints required to max the card the exact same. Come on guys, I know I have mentioned this on my previous video, but this is not making things any better. It's just a way for Gameloft to introduce less blueprints on special events, on Grand Prix, on Spotlight, on everything with the excuse that you can unlock the card, yeah sure, while automatically removing the old amounts of blueprints they used to give, and which, albeit those blueprints were not enough to go too far into a card in the upper stars, it was helpful in the long run to complete all the stars of a specific card because it used to be a bigger amount of blueprints. Now we have 17 blueprints on the A-class card spot inside of the Drive Syndicate 12, where we used to have 35 blueprints, and the card still needs the exact same amount of blueprints to be maxed out, guys. They just took more blueprints away from everyone, and I got people that still think that this was a good change. For those people, I have something to say. Please do understand that it feels absolutely amazing to unlock a card. I can guarantee you that. But please, try that card at 1 star on multiplayer or special events and you will see how it's not helpful. A card is better the higher the star count is. It's that easy, guys. It's not more complicated than that. They just took away many blueprints from you with the excuse of giving you, oh hey, here you have a 1 star card, which is basically useless. But you know what, guys, deep within my mind, I know that if I were a Gameloft employee, I would have done the exact same thing. You know why? Because it gives you the best kind of product promotion. Because people will be saying that they are unlocking many cards easily in your game, getting bigger and bigger amounts of card counts on their garage. It doesn't matter if those cards are at 1 star and thus are basically useless, because at the end of the day I am sure it works, because it gives people the sense of fast progression, while the truth is that in the long run it has barely any benefit. That's how I see it, guys. To be honest, what I have just said is just the general trend this game has been following since always, basically. Sure thing, we have the gauntlet, and in general these days we can earn quite a lot of stuff for free, but rest assured that in the long run, quietly, rewards will be softly reduced, sometimes without you noticing, sometimes disguised as great changes, ultimately aimed at giving you less and less. But as always, you all guys are invited to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure to drop your like, subscribe in order to not to miss absolutely anything about Asphalt Legends, and I will see you really soon, as usual, with much more content. Goodbye, guys.